Alright. I don't normally get up that fast. I guess I'm getting up slower as I get older. I'm measuring for underneath the windows. Then, well, you can't see, I have this whole crew working on cutting boards. Not everything's done by me. This is not a studio type arrangement. This is not with a whole camera crew. So the circumstances never are ideal. But this is real. This is something that you guys can see how I did it. Maybe you can do it just a little differently or something, but it is something that you can do, and I encourage you to try. At least know how it should be done. So we're getting ready. Start putting in all the boards that were taken out, the little short 2x and the 2 long ones through the middle. All right. Pretty soon we'll be taking off the middle whiteboard in between the 2 windows. But I'll have all these little boards on layout so that we can put plywood on top of it. Mind you, I had a lanyard on and everything, microphone. So putting screws, not nails. Everything's screwed together. 3-inch screws in this case. Mind you, we still didn't have any of that plaster fall off that is on the other side of those 2x. So their living room was pretty much kept the same as it was. We wouldn't have to rebuild anything, which we were hoping. Now, I guess we had a problem with the camera, and we skipped a little bit. We put the 2 2x in there, and we got everything fastened up really tight, and we're running out of daylight. And so we're going to have to get the insulation. If you see the insulation, it's sitting right there in beside that case that we moved. It was in front of the windows. And we're getting ready to put some insulation in all those gaps. And that is something that did not have any insulation in there. All right. Should be seeing insulation rolled out. Yeah, there's clay. Sliding the board underneath so we don't cut the deck. I'm a little taller, so I tuck it in. He's doing a great job. Putting it up above. Now we're going to start tucking it in all the little places around the windows and everywhere there's a gap. We want to get where there has very, very little area that doesn't have insulation. So we're tucking in all those places. There's a makeshift ladder. It's hammering down nails, I think. And you're having to put up with this voiceover because that lanyard slash receiver that was supposed to kick into the camera just did not work. It ended up looking or sounding horrible. Lots of wind noise. Not so much now, but lots of noise. It just horrible recording. So you have to put up with me. So we're getting ready to probably getting ready for the next day. Now they won't have to worry about being cold as much. This is a 50s house, so it doesn't have any real insulation in the floors. And here I am saying this is a pretty good achievement. Now this is the next day. Notice the location of the sun, how much brighter it is. And I think there's one more person with us. And now we're getting ready to put plywood on in this area. Massively different. Me trying to mimic that trim that was underneath the windows. And I cut them out of a 2x6 and shape it so that it was similar to what it was if the trim is not any good. I believe some of it was good enough to use. Alright, now we're putting the plywood on. Again with screws. Clay's cleaning up the deck because we're going to do all the rest of the siding. Which is quite a journey as you go with us through it. Shaping up nice. little pieces hung up in there. We have to keep working at it till we get it all out. I gotta say, I like doing voiceovers because my wife is going to the trouble of sitting on my lap and running the computer while I look at it. And that's always a good thing. Have her anywhere close to me. Use an 1.5" draw or 1 3/4 drywall screws, usually 1.5". Bugle headed, and it will be, you'll be hard pressed to pull it apart. By using the oscillating saw, cleaning up that wood. Wind's blowing, makes for miserable recording, audio-wise, but we're getting it done. Massively better, massively better.